Hello, I'm Alkema Lewis, a leadership coach and consultant at Alkema Lewis Consulting. If you are new to my page, welcome. If you're returning, it is great to have you back. Either way, I am thrilled to have you here. As I approach the third quarter of the year, I've realized that the last few weeks have been very hectic for me, and I've started to think about stewardship. So over the next few weeks, I'm hoping that you join me on this journey as we focus on effective stewardship. That stated, my schedule is less busy than it has been, thankfully. So I decided to take a significant pause to conduct a thorough assessment of my progress toward my leadership coaching and consulting goals. And in reflection, one of the questions I pondered is how well I've stewarded my time during the first and second quarters of the year, just to ensure that I'm moving closer to reaching my goals. I am pleased to be making excellent progress on several goals despite my busy schedule, but admittedly, one of them I should be doing far better than I am. Which led me to begin to ponder who or what hindered me from reaching this goal. I'll be candid and state that, I was my own hindrance. There were processes that I had in place that I wasn't doing consistently. So in essence, I reverted back to unproductive habits. So for this Fresh Start Monday, I'd like to share 3 steps that I've recently started implementing in helping me to steward my time more effectively. So whether you are a leader or not, I believe these steps can be beneficial to you in ensuring you make the most of your time and see the fruition of your goals. So the first step that I've implemented in stewarding my time more effectively is creating a weekly mission. This is more than a to-do list of things that I need to complete. This is an actual challenge that I've created for myself that aligns with my goals. If anyone knows me, they know that I do not like to waste time, and I am all about achieving results. So as I think about my mission, before I create this weekly mission, I consider how completing this mission will help me move closer to reaching my goals and ultimately actualize my vision. The second step I implement, or that I've implemented to steward my time more effectively, is prioritizing and outlining action steps. Having a goal is one thing, but aligning an action step is key. I cannot emphasize this enough. This isn't an urgent practice. Understanding what the most critical tasks are essential, as well as outlining tasks for the week. One of the most significant tools that I've used, and you can look it up, is the Eisenhower Matrix, which helps define and categorize tasks by urgency and importance. This has allowed me to focus on what truly matters in accomplishing my weekly mission. The third step, and the final step that I've implemented in stewarding my time more effectively, is creating a schedule and time block. I just don't know how people function without a schedule from Monday to Friday. I feel lost without my schedule, and it makes for unproductive days, it makes for unproductive weeks. You can have a daily or a weekly calendar or schedule. For me, creating a weekly schedule works. I have my email and calendar applications set up on both my phone and my laptop. I have notifications set up to notify me 15 minutes before an upcoming meeting, appointment, or a time block. Unless it's an emergency, I'm only committing myself to what I've indicated on my schedule. When I implement time blocks, understand that these are the times when I'm not taking meetings, calls, or appointments. These times are blocked, are solely dedicated to specific tasks or activities related to my weekly mission. This limits distractions and enables me to focus intensely on single tasks. The only people who are allowed to call me during this time are my family members, and they're so respectful. They know it has been an extreme emergency. But those are the 3 steps that I'm implementing to steward my time more effectively. These 3 steps will require diligence, consistency, and commitment. Research suggests that it takes 21 days to form a habit. So that means that, we have to show up, prepared, and committed to implementing processes that we have in place, or steps, with fidelity. These are ways to see results. So I hope that you've gained insight from this Fresh Start Monday. Feel free to share the steps that you've taken or are considering taking to manage your time effectively in the chat. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get updates every Monday for Fresh Start Monday. You will want to stay fueled up every week. Also, exciting news, I've launched season 2 of my podcast, Leadership Point of View Conversations with Alkema and Friends. We're focusing on the qualities of a highly effective leader. You don't want to miss an episode. You can listen and join our leadership community on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, or iHeart Podcasts. We would love to have you as a member of our leadership community, so follow, subscribe, or download immediately. If you want to evaluate, refine, or enhance your leadership, or learn more about my leadership coaching and consulting services, please connect with me on my website, alewisconsult.com. This is it for now, so be encouraged, be refreshed. Have a fantastic week.